embarrassing loss.
Yep.
And they're facing elimination. Ugh.
Yep.
Well, I mean, on the bright side, at least they got Stephen A. Smith to apologize.
You're an idiot.
All right, this is going to be short and sweet, and every time I say that, it doesn't end up being short and sweet, but the Marlies lose 8-2 to the Hershey Bears, and now they're down 3-0 in the series. I had a bunch of people tweeting at me, Steve, where the hell were you for game 1? Where were you for game 2? I told you I wasn't going to do them. Better question might be, where the hell were the Marlies for game 3? What was that? What actually was that? Would you believe me if I told you the Marlies were winning this game 2-1 at one point? Because they were. They were winning 2-1 over 6 minutes into the second period. Game 1 was close, but they lost. Game 2 was super close, but they lost. In overtime. But they scored the first goal in both. They were in both. Now you're on home ice for 3 straight games. This is your chance to get the series back. Not even just get the series back. Go back to Hershey with a 3-2 series lead with the Bears on the brink of elimination. And the Marlies on the verge of the Calder Cup final. Final? Final? I just want them to win a game. Bears score first in this one. First time in the series they did that. But then Mark Arcabello sets up Josh Levo for a beauty. And almost exactly 2 minutes later, Ben Smith springs a bursting Colin Smith bursting onto the scene. Bar down. Beautiful goal. Marlies are leading. Rico goes nuts. It's a beautiful sight. Then Chris Bork comes in. Yeah, he's a good player. Yeah, he's probably got a pretty good shot too. But that is absolutely one Antoine Bibeau has to stop 10 times out of 10, especially in a playoff game. So sometimes you have bad play and sometimes you had bad luck. That was bad play. Here comes bad luck. Less than a minute to go in the second. Less than a minute to go. You could have gone to the third period, tied 2-2. You can win the game in the third. Wouldn't that be nice? Nope. Connor Carrick falls on Antoine Bibeau. Bibeau put a rebound out there. He obviously can't recover in time because he's got Connor Carrick on top of him, and he's scored on by Zach Sill. Yes, that's Zach Sill. I know. You think that's a bummer. You should have seen the second goal Zach scored 18 seconds into the third period. Short-handed. Brutal goal. Maybe the worst one either Marlies goalie has allowed in these playoffs. Bibeau gets the hook. Sparks goes in. Hey, welcome to the game, bud. Short-handed breakaway. Ryan Bork scores. It's now 5-2 Bears like that. And yeah, it was bing, bang, boom after that. Sparks wasn't very good. He was getting the Bronx cheer. Let's just ignore the rest of that, okay? They lost the game at 5-2. When you get your ass kicked 8-2, you can't blame it on any one player. Should Antoine Bibeau have stopped the second goal? Yes. Was it a momentum killer? Yes. Should Antoine Bibeau have stopped the fourth goal? Yes. Did it kind of deflate the Marlies for the rest of the game? Yes. But where were the Marlies? Where the hell were the rest of the Marlies? Giving up all kinds of breakaways. Forget the goaltending, forget the defense. Marlies scored 2 goals in this one, and that matches their series high. They've got 5 goals in 3 games. These are the Marlies! I've seen people ripping William Nylander, a lot of people ripping William Nylander. Was he the best player on the ice? No, he definitely wasn't the worst. I thought he was one of the Marlies' better forwards. Seen people ripping Kapanen, seen people ripping this guy, that guy. They got their asses kicked as a team. 8-2. Someone who wasn't at the game asked me, hey, yeah, I heard Rich Clune kind of lost his cool. Rich Clune might have been the only guy who looked like he gave a damn. Trying to fight guys in the third period. Thank goodness. Thank goodness for being one of the only Marlies, just letting people know they're there. Look, there was a bit of a kerfuffle on Twitter recently. Teams, fans of other teams, were getting sick and tired of Leaf fans bragging about the prospect pool. Let's get something straight. Things are going pretty awesome in Leafland for the first time in a very long time. The Leafs have very good prospects. They have high-end prospects, they have a lot of prospects, and they have a lot of high-end prospects. It's awesome being a Leaf fan right now, even though they finished 30th. Austin Matthews, what are you going to do about that? William Nylander, what are you going to do about that? Hey, you liking Mitch Marner in the Memorial Cup right now? Yeah, what are you going to do about that? Things are going awesome for the Leafs organization. Which makes this really confusing. I asked Sheldon Keefe a few games ago, I don't even remember what game it was after, but it was basically, do you think a game like this can almost help the Marlies? It was after a loss. Do you think a game like this could almost help the Marlies, feel a little more human? And he seemed a little annoyed, and granted it wasn't the best question, I'll definitely admit that. But he's like, we've had plenty of opportunities to feel human. And he's right. And part of me, just a little part of me, was like, you know what? Things have been going so well for the Leafs organization. People talking so much about the prospects and how much they love them and how well things are going and how bright the future looks. Maybe it's good that they get their asses kicked in the third round of the playoffs, just get swept and embarrassed on home ice. Maybe it's almost good. And then I thought about it. No, the hell it's not. I love this team. I love their skill, love their speed. Goals for them are like oxygen, and they breathe well because they get a lot of them. But I've seen when things go south, sometimes they buckle. And in this game, they buckled hard. And in terms of penalties, Stevenson, roughing, O'Brien, interference, Bork, slashing, the other Bork, interference, Ness, unsportsmanlike conduct, helmet violation. I don't think I've ever seen that called. We're in the second period, and the Marlies haven't gotten a penalty yet. The Bears have gotten 5. How many breaks do you want? And I'm watching, and they're winning 2-1, and I'm going, man, they could be winning 4-1 right now. They're looking excellent on the power play. They're moving the puck well. If anything, they're overpassing it. They need to just get it on more. Those were my thoughts. Those were my notes. So how do we go from that to 8-2? Look, for some of these guys, it's going to be their last game in the American Hockey League. It's true. For some of these guys, it's their last game in the AHL. They're going to graduate to the NHL. How do you want to graduate? Actually, forget that. Forget that. As Sheldon Keefe said at the post-game press conference for this game, it's 3-0, but the series isn't over. It's not over. The Marlies are still in the Calder Cup playoffs. Yeah, it's a bastard that you got to reverse sweep the Hershey freaking Bears, but it can be done. It can be done, and they're still in it. Forget how do you want to go out. How do you want to continue? How are you going to write an amazing story en route to a championship? And fans, how do you want to support them? I gotta say, I was super unimpressed with the fans that were at this game. A lot of them anyway. Some of you were great. But question, can I ask something? Who does the wave during a tied playoff game? And furthermore, who gives the Bronx cheer to the goalie coming in relief, even if they're bad? After about the 6-minute mark of the second period, nothing about Game 3 was good. Everything was bad. And the great news is, that was Game 3. It's in the past. Game 4 is Friday. What are you going to do with it? That's it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends, and damn, I'm having fun making MFR videos. Let's keep this going. I don't want the next one to be the last one.